Tonight you are safe on the Euphrates. The water is gentle, the lamps are warm, the tablets remember kindness. I'll carry you through Inanna's sky and Enki's water until sleep finds you softly. The river is quiet. The river is gentle. The river is a soft breath in the dark. Our reed boat rests against the clay steps. The steps hold the day's warmth. The steps remember many feet. The Euphrates lifts and lowers the boat with a peaceful rhythm, a light knock of wood, a silver ring of water, a hush that feels like a lullaby. Above us, Uruk waits in soft color. Mud brick walls keep the day's heat and give it back to the night as a warm sigh. Lamps bloom along courtyards and lanes. The light is amber and kind. It drifts over clay tablets in a scribe's room near the quay. The tablets hold lines like small gardens, neat and calm. Soft marks for rain and grain and good measure. The amber light glows over them like a gentle sun at dusk. Even here, at the water's edge, that warmth reaches us. It rests on our hands. It makes the night feel safe. We push away with a whisper of reed. The boat answers with a slow slide. The current takes us. The world grows larger and quieter at once. A flute drone rises from somewhere on the shore. One pure line, low and steady. It does not press. It does not demand. It is only a kind thread through the cool air, silver and soft, like an evening star drawn out into sound. Moonrise begins as a pale thought. Then it becomes a silver bowl above the city. The moon holds waterlight and gives it back to the river. The Euphrates shines with thin paths of brightness. Fish turn, and the paths break into smaller glints. The wind makes a tiny shiver through reed plumes. The reed plumes answer with a quiet song. The song is patient. The song is simple. The song keeps time with the gentle knock of the boat. We pass under a bank of date palms. The fronds move in slow, sleepy arcs. Their shadows cross our faces like the touch of cool cloth. The air smells of silt and sweet fruit and damp rope. Far behind the walls, ovens seal the last breads of the day. A faint smoke mixes with river mist. Everything settles. Everything softens. Everything becomes a dream we can hold without effort. I speak to you in a low voice. I speak the way the water speaks to the clay. I say, rest here. I say, be easy. We will go softly. We will go gently. We will let old stories rise like the moon, slow and silver and kind. We will listen. We will not hurry. We will follow the river as it follows itself. Uruk appears along our right like a long, quiet garden. The quays are lined with jars and baskets, now resting in the glow of lamps. The lamps make small circles on the stone, soft circles like warm amber halos. In one open doorway, a scribe leans over a tablet on his lap. His stylus taps and glides. Tap, glide, pause. The marks bloom in tidy rows. The amber light loves those rows. It lays over them like calm hands. It turns wet clay to honey, It turns the room into a little temple of peaceful memory. The flute drone listens. The river listens. We listen. Beyond the scribe's door, silhouettes move across a courtyard. A pitcher is lifted. A child is gathered in and swaddled. A mother hums the shape of a star. No hurry, no sharp sound. The night is a quiet bowl. The city is inside it. The river holds the bowl like a gentle friend. We drift. We breathe. Our boat keeps the smallest of conversations with the current. A heron stands knee-deep near the stepping stones. The bird is pale and still. The bird looks like a piece of moon left behind for the river to wear. A soft ripple circles its legs. Another flute joins the first drone. A second line, higher, tender, two notes leaning on each other like sisters, like friends. The amber light from the quay stretches with them and breaks across the water in long, trembling threads. I point to the sky. Inanna's star has climbed the edge of night, bright yet gentle. She is a kind watcher, a soft eye above doors and gardens, a quiet hand over dreams. We do not speak her name loudly. We do not call. We only notice. We only breathe. We let the silver blessing sit on our shoulders like cool linen. Across the water, the walls of Uruk step forward and fall back, step forward and fall back, as if breathing with us. The gates are closed, but they are not forbidding. They are drowsy, like eyelids. The brick courses are neat and strong, but the edges have been brushed by sand and time. They look softened the way words become soft after many kind uses. The moon paints them with a tender wash. Every corner is round. Every line is gentle. I speak again. I tell you there will be stories. Stories of origins told with both hands. Water in one hand, clay in the other, sun above, patience around. Stories of Inanna's star leaning close to bless a garden. Stories of Enki's whisper moving through channels to teach the land to drink. Stories of first streets, first wells, first promises made with a nod and kept with a smile. None of the stories will hurry. None will press. None will wake the night. They will drift like our boat. They will carry us the way a cradle carries a child. We pass a small shrine, nothing more than a niche with flowers and a bowl of oil. The flame is steady. The flame is modest. It throws a quiet ring against the mud brick. The ring is amber. The ring is warm. A moth visits. The flame does not sting it. The flame and the moth agree to share a moment of light and shadow. Then the moth goes to rest deeper in the reeds. We slide near the clay steps again, farther south now, where the workshops keep their kilns. The kilns are asleep, but their bricks hold a memory of fire. A peaceful heat lifts in waves and meets the river's cool breath. The meeting is kind. The meeting is balanced. It makes a small fog that curls like milk poured into tea. The flute drone darkens, then brightens, then settles into a single silver line again. The oars are in the boat, unused. We let the current guide us. We let the moon guide the current. We let the sky guide the moon. Soft, quiet, gentle. words repeat because the night repeats. The shapes repeat because the river repeats. This is how calm becomes deeper. This is how dream becomes near. I tell you to loosen your shoulders. I tell you to let your thoughts become warm clay. Let the amber light of the scribe's room rest over them. Let the stylus of breath draw simple signs: rain, grain, home, friend, star, river, sleep. Each sign small, each sign peaceful, each sign placed with care and then left to dry in the quiet air. Uruk murmurs as the last markets fold and the last cups are rinsed. The sound is not a crowd. It is not a call. It is a low weaving of water and footfall and reed and wind. It is a soft cloth for the city to wear while it dreams. The moon deepens. The stars follow her polite lead. They do not shout. They do not glitter hard. They float like tiny boats, silver, quiet, gentle. We come to a bend where the river opens a little wider and the reeds thin. The boat eases into a pocket of stillness. The surface becomes a mirror, and the mirror holds Uruk and the moon in the same tender frame. For a moment, we are looking down to see a sky and up to see a river. The world folds softly and becomes one. We breathe with it. We are safe in it. I promise you this. We will go on. We will drift past the first bricks and the first breath. We will enter the reed marshes in dawn light. We will touch the temple at dusk with bare feet and kind hearts. But not yet, not now. Now we are here at moonrise on the Euphrates with amber lamps and silver water and a flute that holds the night together with a single calm thread. Close your eyes if you wish. Keep them half open if you prefer. Feel the boat under you. Feel the gentle lift. Feel the gentle fall. Let the quiet be a soft blanket. Let the dream come near and nearer and kind. The river will keep watch. The moon will keep watch. I will keep watch, gentle and protective, quiet and sure, until we drift into the oldest, softest sleep. Morning gathers slowly, as if poured from a small clay cup. A pale band of light slips along the river and settles in the reeds. Mist clings to the water like soft wool. The boat rocks once, then once again, as gentle as a cradle. We drift near the old quays where Uruk learned to breathe. Here, the river taught hands to shape a city from water and sun. Here, the mud held a promise and kept it. Here, patience became a road. A flute drone begins from the far bank. It is low and round. It moves like a warm thread through cool air. The note holds steady, then widens, then rests. It does not hurry us. It does not command. It only hums, softly, like a kind thought spoken in the heart. On shore, the first workers arrive with baskets. They carry reeds. They carry straw. They carry the day as if it were light. Bare feet press damp earth. Their footsteps are soft, soft, soft. The river answers with a hush. The sky answers with a pale, hopeful glow. I point toward a shallow pool near the quay. It is a mixing place, a quiet bed of silt and water. A boy kneels there and lifts a handful of clay. He lets it slip between his fingers and return to the pool. The clay remembers his touch. It settles with a peaceful sigh. The boy smiles and tries again. There is no rush. There is only rhythm. A woman, older and patient, stirs the pool with a smooth branch. She adds straw in small pinches. She turns the mixture until it becomes soft and even. Her hands are slow and sure. The clay answers her with trust. The sun peers over the wall and warms the surface in gentle strokes. The warmth is quiet. The warmth is kind. It is the same warmth that will later fall upon clay tablets in the scribe's court, giving letters a soft amber glow. Light loves clay. Clay loves light. The love is simple and calm. Along a row of molds shaped from wood, a man presses the mixture. He smooths the top with a damp palm. He draws a reed gently over the surface to mark a shallow line, a simple sign that this brick belongs to this place, this house, this dream. The air smells of river and straw and early sun, a mild sweetness, a clean earth, a promise. He lifts the mold. A brick rests on the ground, quiet and complete. Another mold, another brick. Soft repetition brings comfort. Soft repetition builds home. I speak quietly so as not to disturb this tender work. Cities do not leap from the earth, I say. They rise like breath, in, out, water, Sunday clay, time. The first bricks are not just walls. They are breaths set down where people can meet, share bread, share shade, share stories at dusk. The river keeps the count. The river holds the memory. A heron moves in slow, measured steps along the shallows. Its long neck makes a delicate curve. It waits. It listens. It, too, knows the patience of first things. Dragonflies stitch pale threads of light over the surface. Their wings flicker like tiny prayers, light and silver. A soft wind touches the reed plumes. The plumes bow. The bow is graceful and small, a quiet greeting to the day. The flute drone deepens for a moment as a second pipe joins, thinner and higher. Two lines balance each other, like sun and shade, like water and clay. They lean, then rest, then lean. The sound sets a gentle pace for the work. Press, lift, lay. Press, lift, lay. The rhythm is not loud. It is not hard. It is the rhythm of sleepers turning toward comfort, the rhythm of hearts at peace. Farther up the quay, under a canopy of woven reed mats, a scribe sits on a low stool with a basket of tablets. He is not hurried. He has all the morning. He warms a tablet between his palms, coaxing a pliant softness from the clay. The amber light from a hanging lamp is faint in daybreak, yet still it gives the surface a gold-brown glow. On this tablet, he draws signs. How many baskets of straw? How many molds? How much river water measured by a careful eye? The stylus taps and glides. Tap, glide, pause. The marks are like gentle waves, small and steady. The tablet holds them with a faithful heart. We drift past, and he looks our way with kind eyes. He does not speak. He nods a greeting. The greeting is simple and sufficient. In his shadow, a child copies a single sign on a scrap of clay, again and again. The sign becomes softer with each try, calmer, rounder, wiser. Practice is a quiet river. Knowledge is a gentle reed boat. It carries us farther than we think, without strain. I watch the brick field as rows of tender blocks lengthen toward the sun. The bricks rest and breathe. They dry in the warm light, not too fast, not too slow. The air moves lightly across them and leaves a faint whisper. The whisper says, "Wait." The whisper says, "Be patient." The whisper says, "What lasts is what is loved into being." The women sing, but the song is barely more than breath. Soft words, small notes. They sing of water coming when it is called, of clouds that know the fields, of hands that do not tire because they move kindly. They sing of Inanna's star watching the gardens, of Enki's wisdom in the channels, of good grain counted on clay tablets by an honest scribe. The song floats like flax in a gentle current. It catches on nothing. It simply flows. I dip my fingers into the river and draw a wet line along the boat's edge. The wood drinks. The mark darkens, then fades. Everything changes slowly here. Everything smooths. The harsh becomes mild. The bright becomes warm. The day opens like a palm, and the palm holds us. In the brick field, a man pauses to wipe his brow with a reed fiber cloth soaked in cool water. He lifts his face to the faint sun. The light rests on his forehead, then moves on with the wind. A small breeze carries the smell of damp clay across the quay to a little garden. Onions, lentils, a cluster of mint. A bee hangs above the mint and hums a short, sweet phrase. Then it moves on. Every small thing contributes to the gentle whole. We pass a low wall where the earliest courses show through, bricks darker than the newer ones. They hold long seasons of breath, rain, then heat, then rain, feasts, and quiet days between feasts, cradles, and the slow rock of cradles, steps taken by people on their way to everything they need. The wall has accepted all of it. The wall has no sharpness left. It is soft, like the voice of a grandparent telling the first story. The flute drone becomes a slow, descending line, and I speak again. The first streets are lines of trust, I say. The first doors open toward shade and water. The first wells are circles of shared patience. The first markets are gentle hands exchanging simple gifts. A basket of dates, a jar of milk, a measure of barley. The clay tablets remember these kindnesses so that the heart can rest. When the sun leans low, the amber light will return to those tablets and bless them, making every mark glow like a firefly at dusk. A boy carries a small brick to the edge of a new wall. He places it carefully, then presses it once with both palms. He does not push hard. He only rests his hands, firm and calm. He holds his breath, then breathes out. The brick receives the breath and becomes home. He smiles, and his smile is thin and quiet, like a sliver of moon lingering in morning. A woman adjusts the line with a reed straight edge. She hums. The hum is soft. The hum is patient. The wall grows by the width of a breath. We pass an open place where the clay is older and cracked into gentle patterns. In the cracks, tiny flowers have found room. Pale, almost silver, they rise no higher than a thumb and sway as if telling river secrets to the wind. Seeds wait in their small houses, content to wait a little more. Waiting is a form of peace. Waiting is a form of trust. The scribe finishes a tablet and sets it beside the lamp to rest. He turns to a new one, warm and smooth. He writes a simple line, perhaps only the count of bricks, perhaps a note of thanks for steady water, and the stylus makes a soft tick, a soft tick, a soft tick. The sound is friendly. The sound is safe. The amber flame leans toward the marks as if to bless them, and then stands straight again. The flute drone thins to a whisper and fades. The day has its own music now. The low wind, the small slap of water against boat, the brush of straw on clay, the murmur of gentle voices. We drift on, slow and sure, our boat keeping company with the first breath of Uruk. Behind us, rows of bricks drink the sun to gain a little strength. Ahead, the reeds gather, green and silver, calling us toward their cool halls. I touch the boat's rim and feel the river's pulse. In, out, in, out. The same pulse moves through the city, through the workers, through the scribe's hand, through the clay. The same pulse will guide us to the marshes, where morning mist will rise like prayers. But for now, we rest in the origin. We rest in the tender work. We let the first bricks teach us how to breathe. The river smiles in small rings that widen and disappear. The sky brightens by gentle degrees. The scent of damp earth softens and sweetens. I lean closer and speak in a voice meant only for you. Remember this kindness, I say. Remember this steady rhythm. When the night is long, breathe as the city learned to breathe. Water, Sunday clay, time. Soft, quiet, gentle, and the heart, like a good brick, will find its place and hold. Evening approaches the way a soft shawl approaches tired shoulders. Light thins to honey. Shadows loosen like slow braids. Our boat drifts from the brick fields toward the gentle bend where gardens lean close to the river. The Euphrates lowers its voice until it is only a hush, only a breath, only a quiet hand smoothing the day. A flute drone rises from a courtyard, one line, tender and true. It threads the warm air with silver. It holds the last of the sun the way a reed holds a drop of water, trembling, peaceful, about to fall, but not falling yet. Above the roofs, the first star brightens. Not a sharp star, not a cold one, a soft star, a patient star, the evening star that watches doorways and holds flowers in its light. We know her by many names, but tonight we whisper only one, Inanna. We do not cry it, we do not call. We offer the name as a quiet gift to the sky, and the sky answers by deepening into a velvet blue. In the garden nearest the quay, date palms lift their fronds like gentle fans, cooling the last heat. Vines lay their green on reed trellises. A night bloom opens, pale and shy. Bees wander home with slow, satisfied bodies. Farther back, a small lamp has been lit in a scribe's room. The lamp's amber glow drifts across clay tablets arranged in careful stacks. That light loves edges. It loves neat rows. It loves soft order. The tablets look like warm bread just out of the oven, resting in a kind dusk. On their faces are simple things: measures of grain, lists of tools, promises kept. The amber light kisses each sign as if to say, "You are safe, you are remembered, you are enough." The flute drone gains a companion, a second flute, higher and thinner, like a silver thread braided through a gold one. Together, they carry a slow melody up to the evening star. The tune does not beg. It does not plead. It floats. It settles. It breathes. The river keeps time with small laps against our boat, gentle and regular, as if the water itself were a soft drum tapped by a loving hand. I speak to you in a voice that knows the quiet. Inanna is not far, I say. She stands where evening begins and watches the ways between house and garden, between quay and lane, between mouth and kind word. She does not startle the birds. She does not wake the child. She lifts the night into peace the way a mother lifts a blanket. Her star is a silver eye that sees gently, a soft bell that rings without sound. I point again to the sky. The evening star deepens, tender and steady. Around it, a few young stars peep out like shy siblings. They do not crowd her. They leave her the open space she deserves, the way people leave the temple court wide, the way we leave a clear passage for cool water. A wind moves very lightly through the reed plumes. The plumes bow and rise, making a slow, affectionate phrase. Near the scribe's lamplight, a woman rinses figs in a clay bowl. The water carries their sweetness into the air. She sets the fruit on a woven mat and touches each one as if greeting an old friend. A child sits by her and arranges pebbles into a tiny constellation, 5 stones, then 7, then 5 again, a quiet pattern that pleases the hand. The woman smiles, and the child looks up at the evening star. No words, only a gentle understanding that the night has brought its soft guardian. We drift closer. The scribe warms one tablet between his palms and draws 3 measured lines: oil for lamps, dates for neighbors, cool water for jars. He pauses, then adds a small, graceful sign for blessing. Not a command, not a demand, only a reminder of kindness. The amber light strokes his wrist and turns the damp clay to soft gold brown. The lamp's flame breathes slowly. It is like a miniature sunset that refuses to leave, that refuses to hurry, that gives and gives its quiet warmth. The flutes pause. The river continues the song. A heron steps from shadow to shallows, lifting its thin legs with care. It becomes a piece of silver come to life. At the edge of the garden, night birds stir and settle, as if smoothing their own thoughts. A frog sings a low velvet note. The evening star waits, patient and bright. I tell you a gentle story, the way water tells a stone a gentle story by touching it many times. Inanna once walked the garden paths when the air was cool and the bees were soft, and the walls breathed out the day's stored heat in a kind exhale. She looked upon the jars and the clay and the hands that held them. She looked upon the gates and the lamps and the doors that opened with a polite sound. She looked upon the river and the moon and the tender hearts that needed sleep. Her looking was a blessing. Her looking said, "Be safe, be sweet, be soft." In the courtyards, women lift shallow bowls toward the evening star. They are not asking for more than night can give. They are thanking night for everything it always gives: coolness, silver, quiet, a place for the soul to rest its weight, a place for the mind to place its many small burdens on a warm shelf of clay, just here, beside the lamp, beside the stylus, where the amber light can keep watch. The scribe finishes his tablet and sets it down with others that glow gently by the lamp. These are not loud records. They are not heavy histories. They are soft footprints of the day. They say, a kind measure was taken, a soft word was spoken, a shared cup was offered under the evening star. The flutes resume, barely more than breath. The child yawns and rests a hand on the earth. The earth is cool, the earth is calm. Our boat touches the quay with the lightest tap. The sound is polite, like a knuckle against a friendly door. I place my palm on the stone. It is warm still, but cooling the way a thought cools after it has carried you far enough to stop. I speak so you can hear me, and only me. When Inanna's star is bright, walk gently. Light your lamp, but let its glow be soft. Press your words into the evening like signs into wet clay. Simple, round, kind. Let amber light watch over them. Let silver sky bless them. A date palm drops a single fruit. It lands with the smallest thud on the garden's soft earth. A cat scents it, decides it is not a fish, and drifts away like a little shadow. A potter carries a new vessel past the scribe's doorway. The vessel is round, belly wide, neck narrow, like the moon with a ribbon. He pauses to enjoy the amber glow on its rim. Then he goes on, hushed and happy, toward the cool place where clay rests for the night. Rest is the final craft. Rest is the best glaze. Rest makes everything steady. The child holds up the pebble pattern to the star, then lays the pebbles down again, satisfied. The woman breaks a fig and hands half to the child, half to an old neighbor who has wandered to the gate with easy steps. Sweetness travels through the air without hurry. A jar of water is poured and shared. The water reflects the evening star in its thin surface. A tiny Inanna swims there, silver and smiling. The flutes soften until they are nearly silence, then soften a little more. The river lulls the bank lulls the garden lulls the rooms. Every lull is a hand smoothing linen. Every lull is a page turned in a quiet book. Our boat eases back into the current and glides a few arm lengths to let the courtyard keep its hush. I look to the sky again, and the evening star holds. She is patient, she is kind, she is constant. She does not push the moon away, she invites it. She does not hurry the night towards sleep, she prepares it. She gathers the day's edges and tucks them in. She stands where worry loosens and breath becomes longer, smoother, sweeter. Be gentle, I whisper, and the water repeats it. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Be soft, and the reed plumes answer. Soft, soft, soft. Be peaceful, and the flutes breathe the word into the blue. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. The amber lamp hums its warm reply. The clay tablets keep their quiet glow. We move past the garden toward the wide water where the reeds part. A narrow path opens into the marshes, silver and calm, calling us to dawns we have not yet seen. But before we go, we turn once more toward the city, toward the star above its walls. Inanna's light lays a soft ribbon over rooftops and gates, over jars and thresholds, over sleeping birds and patient hands. It is a ribbon of safety. It is a ribbon of dream. I close my eyes for a breath and open them again. Thank you, I say to the star, in a voice that is almost not a voice at all. Thank you for quiet. Thank you for silver. Thank you for kindness over clay and water, over words and hearts. The night accepts the thanks without ceremony. The river carries it outward in small circles that widen and fade. When we drift on, we do so as if carried by her gaze, by that gentle silver blessing. The flutes fall to rest. The lamp burns steadily. The tablets cool with their warm memory, and the evening star, Inanna's star, remains, shining and kind, a peaceful eye above Uruk, above the river, above our soft, dreaming boat. Night becomes early morning, the way mist becomes dew softly, quietly, without edges. Our reed boat slides from the city's warm quays into a reach of open water, where the current speaks in low, even phrases. The river is a long breath. The river is a gentle hand. A flute drone rises from somewhere we cannot see. It is a single note at first round, low, unbroken. Then a second voice joins and leans upon it like a bird upon a branch. The sound is simple and kind. It threads the air with silver. It matches the water's hush. We let the music carry us toward the channels that feed the fields, toward the places where water learns to share itself and to rest. Reeds border the banks with soft green walls. Their plumes, pale as moon froth, bow and rise, bow and rise. Dragonflies drift in slow letters over the surface, writing a script only morning can read. Herons stand like folded thoughts. The sky is a pale bowl, and the river fills it with quiet. We glide between two low earthen guides, the first of the canals Enki's teaching drawn into the land. Enki is near when water is near. Enki is near when wisdom is near. His whisper is the sound of patient flow, not a shout, not a rush, a guidance, a suggestion, a calm invitation. Water here, a little. Water there, a little. Let the field drink, let the grove sip, let the marsh breathe, let the river keep its strength. Nothing forced, nothing wasted. Gentle, soft, peaceful. On the left bank, a small shrine faces the water. It is a niche of cool mud brick, shaded by reeds, holding a clay jar and a string of shells. Someone has laid a single blue bead upon the step, bright as a drop of sky. The bead glows in the milky light. A lamp in the niche keeps a faint flame, though morning is already upon us. Its amber glow warms the inside curve of the jar and turns the damp clay golden brown, like a tablet in a scribe's hand. The flame breathes slowly. The jar breathes slowly. The water breathes slowly. All the breaths are one. We drift close. The canal mouth opens like a calm smile. A wooden gate sits half lowered, and the water passes under it with a contented murmur. A man stands by the lever with his palm on the wood, not to push, only to feel. He watches the current. He listens to the fields. When the rope's shadow touches a certain mark on the wall, darkened by seasons of watchful mornings, he lifts the gate a little more. The sound changes. The murmur sweetens. He nods as if answering a kindly question. This is Enki's whisper. Measure without hurry, share without pride, listen without end. The man dips a cup and pours it out, counting by eye how the flow moves. He is not impatient. He is not unsure. He is attentive like a scribe warming a tablet under a lamp, attentive like a mother smoothing a blanket, attentive like a heron tasting the water with a careful foot. Beyond the gate, the canal runs between low banks faced with woven reed and clay. The surface, once smooth, becomes textured with tiny V-shapes that glow silver in the light. A child walks there with a string tied to a leaf boat, letting it swim beside him. The leaf boat turns and returns, following gentle instructions written in the current. The child laughs softly, not loud, not bright, only a little silver laugh that fits the morning. We pass. The flute drone deepens and then opens into a soft, descending phrase. I speak because the river speaks through me. Enki, I say, taught hands to turn water the way potters turn clay, roundly, evenly, with care. He taught voices to agree on simple signs. This much for the barley, this much for the date palms, this much for the meadow where bees draw gold. He taught feet the paths along the banks, not to hurry, not to trample, not to worry the edges where nests hide. His wisdom is moist and sweet. It leaves no dust behind. It leaves no sharp dryness. It leaves a scent like rain. A little further, 3 women meet beside a narrow sluice. They carry baskets of rushes and a coil of rope. One lifts the reed mat that slows the flow. Another clears a small branch. The third lays fresh, rushes where the bank has softened. Their work is calm. Their work is gentle. They speak in short, steady sentences with long, quiet pauses between. The pauses are part of the work. The pauses are part of the wisdom. The canal listens, and its voice becomes a low purl, content with its path. On a shaded landing, a scribe has set a low table. He keeps a lamp beside him even in day, a small ember under a clay hood, so the glow warms the tablet while he writes. Amber light turns the signs to soft chocolate lines. The stylus rests between his fingers like a well-fed sparrow. He does not hurry. He notes the level at dawn. He notes the level at mid-morning. He notes the flow at the sluice and the gate. He notes how many jars will be carried down to the gardens at dusk. Tap, glide, pause. Tap, glide, pause. The tablet receives each sign with a grateful calm. The glow is gentle. The glow is kind. A breeze arrives from the marsh and brings the scent of mint and damp earth. It crosses our boat and lifts a corner of the scribe's cloth. He holds it with a thumb, smiles without looking up, and finishes the line he began. Somewhere, a frog offers a velvet syllable. Somewhere, a kingfisher flashes a brief shard of blue, then returns to stillness. The canal bends, and we drift with it, the boat answering each slow curve as if it knew the lesson by heart. I lean close and tell you something simple. Enki is the good teacher who never raises his voice. He shows where the water already wishes to go. He asks only small changes. He suggests a gentle turn, a soft settling, a quiet rest by the roots of thirsty trees. He gives to the river what belongs to the river. He gives to the field what belongs to the field. He gives to sleep what belongs to sleep. The world, when listened to, becomes a friend. On the right bank, a grove of date palms stands in even rows. Between the rows, a narrow rill slides like silk. A man kneels to cup the rill and let it fall from one hand to the other. He watches the small ladders of light climb his fingers and fall away. He whispers a small thanks to the water for coming without struggle, for leaving without sorrow, for staying just long enough. Gratitude is another canal. It leads the heart where it needs to go. We cross a place where the canal widens into a shallow basin. The basin is a resting pool. Silt falls here. Seeds take breath here. Fish linger here in delicate shadows. Above, swallows lace the air with thin loops. Their wings make soft signatures on the morning. The water's voice becomes lower, deeper, more content, as if pillows had been laid under it. This, too, is Enki's wisdom. To give the flow a gentle bed, to let the fast become slow, to let the bright become warm. At the far lip of the basin, children have pressed little seals into a patch of wet clay circles. Fish, leaves, a star. The imprints catch the light and smooth it, turning silver into honey. In time, the sun will dry these marks, and the evening will give them an amber sheen, like a memory made visible. The children will return and trace the shapes with drowsy fingers. They will learn that water, clay, and light are friendly to patient hands. A reed walkway crosses ahead. We lower our heads and slip under. The reeds sigh. The sigh is green. The sigh is silver. The sigh is peaceful. On the other side, a second scribe meets the first near a pair of jars. They exchange tablets, then set them side by side on a flat stone, letting the gentle warmth gather in their surfaces. Amber on one, amber on the other. The signs shine softly, like small lanterns that do not burn, only glow. The flute's quiet, leaving only the river's pulse. We float a while without speaking. The world is speaking enough. The world says, soft. The world says, share. The world says, rest. I lay my palm on the boat's rim and feel the little tremors of driftwood touching waterweed, the tiny tap of a fish at the underside, the faint stretch of rope where it loops our bundle of reeds. Everything is gentle. Everything is kind. A final bend brings us to a place where the canal rejoins the main flow. The joining is smooth. The joining is slow. Two voices become one voice without loss. The river accepts the canal with a hush, and the canal accepts the river with a bow. On a small platform above the confluence, a woman lights a lamp and sets it over a tablet to read the evening count from yesterday, the measures promised, the measures delivered, the measures to be blessed at dusk. The amber glow spreads across the clay like warm tea across a saucer. She nods, pleased. She covers the flame with her hand for a breath, then lets it rise again, gentler than before. Enki's whisper follows us as we drift back to midstream. It is inside the current. It is inside the coolness. It is inside the even light that makes the river silver without glare. It is inside the memory of the tablets, warm and quiet under lamps that never hurry. It is inside the reed plumes bowing to the breeze. It is inside the hearts that have learned the kindness of measuring so that all may rest. Listen, I say, and we listen. The water speaks in small, kind sentences that repeat and soothe. Here, there, enough, enough. The sky lowers its blue to the brim of the banks. The flutes return, just one note now, round and low, like a blessing held in the mouth and released very slowly. We let the boat drift. We let the whisper guide us. The gates shut partway for the noon. The sluices narrow to a silver thread. The rills quiet in the shade of palms. The city, somewhere behind, breathes its steady breath. The fields, somewhere ahead, breathe their grateful breath. And the river, with Enki's wisdom in its bones, keeps breathing for them, all gentle, soft, peaceful, carrying us onward, carrying us inward, carrying us kindly toward the reed marshes that wait with cool green rooms and early morning mist. Dawn comes as a soft breath, first a cool hush, then a pale wash of silver along the water's skin. Our reed boat glides into green halls, where the river relaxes into 1,000 narrow paths. Reeds rise like gentle pillars. Plumes float like soft white lamps. Mist folds and unfolds between the stems, a quiet veil that makes every sound kind. The water is low-voiced. The wind is a whisper. A flute drone begins somewhere behind us, a single round note that drifts over the marsh like a thin ribbon of light. We slow. We listen. The marsh asks for unhurried steps. It gives gifts to those who move gently. It gives a path to those who trust the quiet. Herons stand on one leg in the shallows. They seem carved from morning itself, pale, slender, calm. When they breathe, it is like a page turning. When they look, it is like a bell struck with a fingertip. A ripple passes their ankles and becomes smaller, 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 until it is only a memory of silver touching green. Dragonflies wake, one by one, like little lamps flicking on in a careful order. Blue, then green, then soft gold. They stitch the air with smooth threads, never tugging, never tearing. Each line is a simple sentence. Each loop says, peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Above them, a pair of swallows writes wider signs in a higher script. The sky answers with a pale, kind blue. I trail my fingers in the cool. The water holds them, then lets them go. It feels like silk that has known many gentle hands. It carries a faint sweetness reeds, mud, mint, the distant smoke of early hearths. The boat sighs as it passes a cluster of stems. The stems reply with the softest tap. The taps form a rhythm too slow to count, but easy to feel. It is the marsh's heartbeat. It is our own heartbeat, slowed and soothed. A path opens, narrow and glassy. We enter without steering. The current knows. The reeds lean back, then return, as if the world were breathing for us. On a hummock close by, a fox prints soft ovals into the dew and pauses to drink light from a puddle. It lifts its face, and the mist crowns it with a thin halo. Then it melts into the green, leaving the air mild and sweet. A second flute joins the first higher, thinner, tender, as a thread pulled from spider silk. The two notes braid without effort. The braid lengthens and loosens. It never tightens. It never breaks. Somewhere behind a fringe of reed, a fisher hums under his breath. The hum is low and even, like the river turned to a human voice. Nets lie in neat coils on a small raft. The raft's rope makes a circle on the plank, perfect and quiet. We pass a tiny shrine built on stilts, nothing more than a shelf over the water. A small lamp rests there, sheltered by a clay hood, its flame patient in the damp air. Even in morning, even in mist, the amber glow is steady. It curves around the lip of a shallow bowl. It paints a kind color on a roll of damp cloth. Beside the lamp, wrapped in reed fiber, lie two small clay tablets, soft, still drying from last night's hands. Their marks are simple: a count of fish returned to the river, a note for water shared at the gate, a blessing for safe sleep. The amber light loves these signs. It warms them the way dawn warms eyelids. It gives them a soft body. It says, rest here, then last. A kingfisher lifts from a low branch and becomes a brief shard of blue. It brightens the air and is gone. The sound it leaves behind is a gentle plop, round and hollow, like a hand cupping water and letting it fall. Rings widen around our boat and touch the reeds with a quiet kiss. The reeds reply by swaying, silver at their tips, green at their roots, soft everywhere. We drift past a narrow doorway in the marsh where people have woven reeds into a low tunnel. The air inside is cool and sweet. Dew pearls hang along the arch like a necklace left by clouds. We pass under it, and the pearls tremble but do not fall. On the other side, light opens like a palm. The palm holds the boat, The palm holds the marsh. The palm holds the day. I speak to you softly, so the mist can carry the words without spilling them. In places like this, time loosens, worry loosens, thought becomes smooth. We remember that the world is kind when approached with gentle steps. We remember that the heart is a reed bed, too, full of bright creatures and patient water. We remember that stillness is not empty. It is full of soft things that do not wish to shout. A clutch of ducklings trails behind a round, careful mother. They make a path of tiny commas across the mirror of the channel. Their small peeps are barely more than wishes. The mother's wake is a sentence that says, "Stay close, stay soft, stay easy." We make space for them. We make space for everything here. That is how the marsh stays peaceful. That is how we stay peaceful inside it. On a sandier bar, a woman kneels with a bundle of reeds and a bone needle. She braids a mat with slow, tender fingers. Each fold is a breath. Each tuck is a blessing. She hums in a language with no sharp letters. A boy near her fills a small clay cup and tips it back into the water to practice the gentleness of pouring. He laughs when the surface repairs itself, smooth again, silver again, quiet again. The woman smiles, and the mat grows by the width of a hand. We come upon a place where the marsh opens into a shallow lake. The lake is a held breath. Cloud shapes drift across it and seem to pause. The far edge is a thin sketch of green and gold. In the center, a tiny island floats, roots woven, stems bound, earth carried piece by piece in careful baskets. On that island stands a reed hut with a roof of soft thatch. Smoke climbs from a hole in the peak, no more than a finger's width. The smoke smells like sweet water and a little fish and a memory of last night's lamp. We steer toward the island without oars. The current guides us with a kind touch. At the hut's door, an old man sits with a tablet on his knees. He holds it above a small lamp whose amber tongue licks gently at the damp clay. Lines appear under his stylus. Tap, glide, pause. Tap, glide, pause. The marks are quiet as footsteps on moss. He is not writing deaths or dangers. He is writing gifts. A heron counted at dawn, a basket of mint shared, a child's sleep unbroken. His face is a soft map of good weather. When he looks up, his eyes are shallow pools that hold the morning without ripple. He nods to us and lifts the tablet so its warm glow touches the water. The lake accepts the gift and sends it back, doubled as a golden stain on the boat's side. The old man smiles at the stain as if it were a friend come home. He sets the tablet on a flat stone where the lamp's amber light continues to cradle it. Then he closes his eyes for a while and breathes. In, out, in, out. The lamp breathes with him. The marsh breathes with him. We breathe with him, and the world becomes even gentler. We drift on. The lake narrows into a labyrinth of channels, each one a sentence, each bend a comma. The flute drone returns, so faint it might be imagined, yet the reeds lean toward it, so we know it is real. A single note, then a pause, then the same note, a little rounder, a little warmer. Our hearts follow the pattern. The pattern is enough. Sedges give way to papyrus at a turn where the water deepens to a green cup. Papyrus spires rise, pale and smooth, with heads like quiet fireworks frozen mid-bloom. Their reflections expand beneath them, a soft echo. A frog adds a velvet syllable. Another answers, lower. The syllables stack into a chord that could hold a child. The chord could hold a city. It holds us as we pass, and we feel safer than before, though we did not feel unsafe. Safety can deepen. Peace can become more peaceful. A breeze comes and lifts the mist. For a moment, the whole marsh brightens, then settles back into silver and green. The boat noses around a last slow corner. Ahead lies a line of higher reeds, sun behind them, tips lit like thin candles. Between the stems, 1,000 small doors open and close as insects choose their morning paths. Each door is a breath. Each door is a mercy. I lean toward you and speak a blessing made of simple words. Let your thoughts be reeds. Let your worries be mist. Let your breath be the little lake wide, quiet, silver. Let your heart move like this boat guided, not forced, carried, not dragged. If you need a light, let it be a small lamp with an amber tongue, warming the tablet of your day so that the marks on it are gentle and kind. If you need a song, let it be a single flute note that repeats without impatience, round and soft and peaceful. We slide from the marsh's inner rooms back toward the soft main flow. The reeds bow as we pass. The herons do not startle. Dragonflies escort us a little way, then return to their work of stitching light. The shrine's lamp still burns under its hood, steady as a held hand. The old man on the island lifts his stylus one more time, then sets it down with care, as if placing a child into sleep. Dawn is full now, but it is a gentle fullness. The silver stays, the green stays, the quiet stays. We move toward the day the way a soft tide moves over sand without edge, without noise, without taking anything away. Behind us, the marsh keeps its secrets in kind custody. Before us, the river opens its wide, calm mouth and invites us onward. The flute drone fades. The water speaks for it. The boat answers with a hush. We breathe, we rest. We carry the reed marsh within us, cool and green, silver and soft, peaceful and kind, like a small garden of stillness that we can enter whenever the world grows bright. And as we drift back into the river's slow center, the amber memory of the marsh lamps and the warm glow over quiet tablets moves with us, a steady, gentle light that promises evening will arrive with the same care that brought the dawn. Afternoon loosens its hold and leans toward evening. Heat becomes a kind warmth. Shadows gather like patient friends. Our reed boat returns to the quiet quays, where the river's voice turns soft and low. The Euphrates laps the clay steps with even strokes, as if smoothing a child's hair. We tie the boat with a gentle loop and step into air that smells of silt, baked brick, and a hint of sweet fig. Somewhere near, a flute drone rises, round and steady. It threads the lanes like a silver ribbon, guiding us to a small courtyard where words are grown like gardens. The scribe's house is modest, full of calm. Its doorway is a rectangle of cool shade, and inside the air is sweet with lamp oil and damp clay. We enter softly. We move with the hush of the river. In the center of the courtyard, a lamp has been lit, a small, careful flame that breathes with the room. Amber light spills into corners and warms the faces of stacked tablets. The glow settles into the clay, turning brown to honey, turning signs to soft, golden threads. The scribe sits cross-legged on a reed mat. His hands cradle a tablet like a bird. He warms it first between his palms, patient and gentle, until the surface yields. Tap, glide, pause. Tap, glide, pause. The stylus makes a rhythm that blends with the flute drone, with the river's hush, with our breathing. The marks bloom in tidy rows. They do not shout. They do not argue. They say simple things with calm grace. A measure of barley given, a jug of water shared, a neighbor welcomed at dusk, 3 figs for a traveler who came with a quiet step. On a low shelf near the lamp, older tablets rest like small loaves cooling. Their edges are rounded by many, many kind readings. The amber light loves them. It lays on them like a soft hand. In the warmth, each sign seems to lift a little, as if stretching after sleep. The courtyard is very still. A fly moves through the light and becomes a tiny ember, then disappears into shade. Somewhere beyond the wall, a gentle jug fills. A quiet voice thanks the water by name. The scribe looks up and nods, not surprised to see us, only pleased. He dips his fingers in a shallow bowl, smooths the tablet's face, and continues. Each line arrives like a calm footstep. Each pause holds a breath of gratitude. We sit nearby and listen. The lamp hums. The river hushes. The flute drone carries a low, tender note across the open roof to the evening star beginning to grow bright. A child enters the courtyard, feet dusty, eyes soft. She carries a tiny cup with a crack around its lip, mended with a thin seam of clay. She sets it by the lamp, as if placing a treasure where light can kiss it. The scribe smiles and pulls a small tablet from a stack. Its surface is still damp. He warms it gently and presses a simple sign, cup mended. He adds another sign, no hurry. Another, made useful. The child watches the signs appear like seeds placed in good ground. She breathes with the lamp's flame. In, out, in, out. The cup glows in the amber circle. Useful things grow more beautiful under such light. We learn by watching. The scribe's patience is the lesson. His slowness is the path. He writes what lets the city sleep fair waits, fair shares, kind returns. He does not press the stylus hard. He does not crowd the signs. He leaves small spaces for the lamp to rest, small spaces for the breath to move. This is how memory stays gentle. This is how memory does not bruise the heart. The child fetches a basket of damp tablets from a cool corner and places them on a flat stone near the flame. Steam lifts, delicate and sweet. The amber glow sinks into the damp faces until the signs look like dusk lines on a quiet field. The scribe speaks only a few words, each soft as a reed plume, just enough, set aside, well kept. His voice is a cup that holds calm. His words are a river that does not flood. A woman steps in from the lane with a bundle of dates tied in twine. She lays a few on a small plate for sharing, then sets the rest beside the scribe. He makes a mark for the bundle, then a separate line for the plate gifted sign like a falling leaf. He smiles at the lamp. The lamp seems to answer, leaning a little, loving the kindness of the record. Light and clay agree when kindness is written. We notice the tablets arranged by the wall, each with a smooth tag, each with a soft cord. The cords are reed fiber, pale and neat. On some tags, a small star is pressed Inanna's gentle mark, perhaps to note a blessing given at evening. On others, a curve like a flowing line. Enki's quiet sign, perhaps for channels balanced in fair time. These are not hard symbols. These are soft reminders. They live close to the skin of the clay and breathe with it when the lamp grows warm. Outside, the river adjusts its voice to twilight. The steps cool. The air turns tender and silver. A heron crosses the roofline like a drawn line on a tablet, thin and steady, then becomes a memory of pale wings. The flute drone is joined by a second pipe, higher, a sweet thread over a low hum. In the scribe's courtyard, the sound makes the lamp's flame sway once, then settle. The amber returns to the tablets as if to say, I am here, I am here, I am here. The scribe rinses his stylus. The water in the bowl trembles, then clears. He begins a new tablet, this one for a day nearly done. He writes rain promised, then adds a small curve for the smell of earth at first drop. He writes oil measured, then a dot for lamps left at the temple to glow through dusk. He writes quiet songs in the lane. Neighbors wished a peaceful night. The tablet receives these like a friend receiving soft news. Nothing breaks, nothing hardens, everything rests. I speak a little, matching the stylus, matching the breath. Clay is the river's child, I say. Light is the sky's soft hand. When they meet in patient work, peace is born in lines we can read and hold. The city trusts these quiet tablets, the way a sleeper trusts a lullaby. The words are even, the signs are kind. They keep away the sharp and keep close the gentle. A breeze crosses the courtyard and touches the lamp. The flame bows, then rises, smaller and rounder, like a fruit on a low bough. The amber deepens over the tablets, turning their faces to warm dusk. The scribe lifts one and reads softly. Measures shared, grain weighed fair, a door made smooth, a quarrel absent. He smiles. He sets the tablet down beside the repaired cup. The cup's crack gleams like a river at night, no longer a wound, now a way for light to travel. The child, drowsy, traces a simple sign in a lump of spare clay. star, then river, then sleep. She stacks them in a row, little mountains of meaning. The scribe does not correct. He nods, pleased. The woman with the dates offers a fig. The fig is sweet, and the sweetness travels slowly, kindly into the room, where it meets the lamp's oil and becomes a soft perfume of contentment. We listen as the flute drone eases to a quiet breath. The river answers with soft laps along the quay. In the courtyard, a cricket finds a place to sing, low and even. The scribe gathers today's tablets and sets them on a shelf above the lamp, letting them drink a last amber sip. He slides his palm over them, blessing their calm duty. He is not a priest. He is a gardener of signs. He tends peaceful things. He weeds out haste by choosing slowness. He waters memory with warm light. Before we go, we sit with the quiet for a while. The lamp holds the room like a soft cup. The tablets glow like evening stones in a shallow stream. The child sleeps against the wall, curled like a reed ring. The woman hums a tune without words. The scribe closes his eyes, hands still warm from clay, and breathes the river's breath long and gentle, long and gentle. When we rise, we leave our thanks in the air, where the lamp can keep it. Outside, dusk has deepened to velvet. Inanna's star leans above the roof, tender and kind. Enki's wisdom rides in the even hush of the water. We return to the quay, and the boat welcomes us with a small, soft knock. The river receives us. The city settles. Behind us, in the courtyard, the amber light remains, loving the clay, loving the signs, loving the quiet, warm duty of remembering every gentle thing that lets Uruk sleep in peace. Evening leans over the gardens like a friendly arm. Heat loosens, light softens to honey. Our reed boat glides along a narrow rill that feeds the date groves. Water slips over clay lips and into shallow furrows. The sound is a quiet counting one, and one gentle measures given to thirsty roots. A flute drone rises from somewhere behind the palms, round and low. It threads the leaves, touches the fronds, rests on the water like a silver feather. We step ashore where a clay path runs between rows of tall palms. Their trunks are ringed with the memory of seasons, soft circles rising like the notes of an old lullaby. Fronds reach outward in slow green fans. They hold the sky the way calm hands hold a sleeping child, steady, careful, kind. Wind moves through the canopy with a hush that sounds like a mother's thought. The hush says, "Easy now." The hush says, "You are safe." Bees move in golden loops, not quick, not loud. Patient circles as the last light mellows. The air tastes of sap and sweetness and cool, damp earth. A gentle worker lifts a small jar to catch a few drops of date syrup as it falls. Drop, pause, drop, pause. He never hurries the tree. The tree never hurries the day. Each gift comes at the pace of peace. Between the rows, rills of water shine like silver threads laid on brown cloth. A girl kneels with a reed ladle and turns the flow toward a young palm. The ladle does not splash. It tilts and returns, tilts and returns like a careful crescent moon. She hums a tune made of 2 notes. The notes repeat. The notes do not long for change. Repetition is comfort. Repetition is trust. At the edge of the grove, a low shelter of reeds keeps a lamp from the breeze. The lamp is already lit, though the sun still lingers. Amber light gathers under the hood and warms a small table. On the table, 2 clay tablets rest, faces smooth and new. A scribe sits cross-legged in the shade, the stylus balanced like a small bird in his fingers. He warms a tablet over the lamp. The glow turns damp clay to soft honey brown. Tap, glide, pause. Tap, glide, pause. He writes the day's gentle promises. Water shared, fruit counted, tools returned, thanks given. The amber light loves every line. It makes the signs look like evening paths through wheat, narrow, neat, peaceful. I sit near him and listen, for the lamp's hum blends with the rill's hush, and the flute drone joins them both. Together, they become one soft fabric, woven of water and light and breath. The scribe's mouth curves without showing teeth. He is pleased by simple order. He is pleased by kind memory. He turns the tablet to let the glow settle deeper. The bees drift near, circle once, then move away, as if to bless the words without sitting upon them. We walk farther into the grove. The path becomes a soft brown ribbon, cool between our toes. Fallen dates rest where they landed, each one a small moon of sweetness. A boy gathers them with careful hands and lays them in a low basket. He places a single leaf over the top, a green lid, a soft shield. He looks up at the canopy, where early stars begin to prick the deepening blue. One bright point is Inanna's star. It is gentle. It is kind. It settles in the spaces between fronds and turns them to silver combs. Bees return to their hive, a woven cylinder tucked into a quiet niche. Their song grows low and velvet. It is the softest drum. It says, home. It says, done. It says, rest. A woman waits by the hive with a shallow bowl. She does not reach. She does not pry. She watches, and when a little honey appears at the lip unpressed, unforced, she tips it into the bowl with a reed spoon. The spoon is old. Its handle is smooth. It has never stirred anger. It has never hurried sweetness. It glides, and the bowl receives. Near a pool, a shadoof stands. Its long arm rises and settles with the grace of a crane. A man lifts and lowers, lifts and lowers. The bucket ascends like a slow moon, tips into a clay trough, and descends to the pool with a quiet kiss. The work is steady. The work is gentle. He pauses often to watch the water travel, to listen for balance, to feel if the ground is drinking well. Enki's whisper is in his shoulders. Enki's wisdom is in his pauses. He nods, satisfied, and rests the arm on its forked post. The pool returns to stillness. The stillness smiles. We pass a little shrine made of palm ribs and mud. A bowl of flowers sits within, floating in a thin circle of water. The flowers are pale, soft stars fallen from the canopy. A lamp glows beside them, its amber wick turned low. The light curves over the petals, turning white to warm cream, turning cream to tender gold. The bowl reflects the flame as a small sun. It holds both water and fire without fear. This is what peace can do. The scribe joins us with his lamp sheltered between his palms. He brings one tablet for the grove keeper, one for the canal watcher. He reads the lines aloud in a voice that does not wake birds. Water to the east rose, this much. Water to the west rose, this much. Fruit gathered without bruise, tools returned without loss. Thanks given for shade during the long hour. He marks a small sign for blessing. He places the tablet near the shrine so the amber light can make the words sleep soft and strong. The keeper bows his head, not to the scribe, not to the tablet, but to the peace their meeting makes. A breeze carries the smell of mint from the garden's edge. It touches our faces and goes on. It touches the lamp and the flame bows, then rises rounder. The flute drone deepens to a hummed chord. For a moment, the grove is a temple. The temple has no walls, only trunks that breathe, only fronds that pray in green syllables, only bees that keep the hours with soft gold bells. I speak what I feel, and I speak it gently. Abundance can be calm. It does not need to shout. Fruit can ripen in a quiet room. Water can share itself in soft hands. A lamp can turn clay into memory without smoke, without sting. Bees can build honeycomb like lullabies fixed into wax. The world is large enough for softness to be strong. Between two palms, a mat has been spread. Dates and figs rest in small heaps. A jar of milk sweats with cool. A plate of flat bread carries the scent of clean ash. People gather with slow steps and simple voices. They sit in a circle that has no edges, only places for knees and hands. No one stands to direct. No one counts the bites. The sharing happens at a pace that would please the moon. A child reaches for a date and stops, remembering. A woman passes the plate to the neighbor, and the child's hand returns to his lap, happy to wait. Waiting is a warm thing when the night is kind. We sit with them. We eat a little sweetness. We drink a little milk. We hear the rills and the flute and the bees. We hear the lamp breathe, for lamps do breathe when you listen with a soft heart. The scribe sets his stylus down. The keeper sets his hand on the earth. Together they look toward the water. The water accepts their gaze with dignity. It is not a servant. It is not a master. It is a friend who knows how to give and how to keep. Stars gather above the grove, stitched into place by the slow needles of night. The palms wear them like a silver crown. Inanna's star watches the sharing. Enki's whisper rests in the rills. The bees fall to sleep, their velvet note settling into the hive like warm cloth. The lamp beside the tablets sinks to a smaller, rounder flame. Amber deepens. Clay drinks the last of the glow and holds it. I speak a blessing, soft as the underside of a leaf. May your work be like this water gentle, enough, arriving at the right moment. May your words be like this lamp, warm, steady, making memory kind. May your rest be like these bees, safe, sweet, gathered in a quiet comb of sleep. May your dreams be like these dates, dark gold, tender, full of sun, made soft. We rise when the circle rises. We thank the grove with a touch to a trunk, a hand to a leaf, a breath given to the rill. The scribe lifts his lamp and returns it to the reed shelter, where the tablets wait for evening's kiss. The amber light bends over them and turns the day to gentle lines. The keeper ties the shadoof's arm with a loose cord so it will not drift and speak too loudly in the night. The bees close their doors, the palms hush. Back at the water's edge, our boat receives us with a small, polite knock. The rill gives us to the river. The river gives us to the night. The flute drone follows a little while, then fades into the soft lap of waves against clay steps. Behind us, the garden of date palms holds its bees, its lamp, its quiet tablets, its sweetness. Ahead of us, the river opens like a long breath. We take that breath. We let it out slowly. The world is gentle. The world is soft. The world is peaceful. And we drift on, silver and calm, toward the temple at dusk. Late evening loosens into a velvet hush. River air cools the skin like a kind hand. Our reed boat drifts toward low sheds where clay remembers water and becomes useful again. The quay here is soft with trampled silt. Footprints round off, edges gone gentle under the night's breath. A flute drone rises from somewhere within the shed's one low line, even and calm. It threads the lanes, touches the eaves, rests on the water like a silver reed laid across a bowl. Lamps have been lit. Their amber circles breathe on mud brick and wood, on jars and bowls and cups that glow like warm moons set upon the earth. We step ashore. The ground is cool. The air smells of damp clay, clean smoke, a hint of straw. Inside the first shed, a potter sits at her wheel. She has rolled up her sleeves. Her hands hold a lump of river-born earth. The wheel turns with a soft, round whisper, shh, 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 like the Euphrates speaking in miniature. Her foot moves, steady and unhurried. The clay listens to the moving circle and begins to rise. Wheel and river share a rhythm, circle upon circle, never hard, never sharp. The potter wets her palm. Water glints and runs in a thin, silver line. She centers the clay hands firm, hands kind. The mound calms. The mound grows quiet and true. She opens the center with her thumbs, slow as moonrise. A vessel begins, not shouted into being, but invited. The flute drone leans closer, a soft companion to the wheel's hush. Together, they sing the song of steady work, of patient breath, of gentle making. A small lamp, hooded from the breeze, warms a low table beside her. On the table, 2 clay tablets wait for marks. The amber light folds into their surfaces and turns damp brown to honey brown. A scribe's stylus rests nearby, a slender reed smoothed by many calm fingers. When the potter pauses, She touches the stylus like a friend, then returns to the wheel. Tap, glide, pause. Not yet, the hands say. First the vessel, words after. Her apprentice kneels with a bowl of water and a braid of reed fiber. He watches the vessel rise. His eyes are soft, his breaths measured by the wheel. The potter narrows the neck with 2 fingers and lifts the lip outward with a third. The curve is kind, nothing bold, nothing hard. The belly rounds like a small hill in lamplight. The neck is a river narrowing at a bend. The lip is a quiet threshold where water will one day pass. We move to a second shed where another wheel turns. Here, an older man works in evening. His hands are thick with memory. He hums with the flute drone, a low thread of voice that holds the room together. His wheel sings the same shh, 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 never tiring, never pressing. He draws a tall cylinder and collars it into a jar. The clay remembers being silt, remembers lying under warm sun, remembers the kind weight of reed roots. It does not resist. It becomes what the hands suggest. Between the wheels, shelves hold vessels at every stage, soft and sleeping, leather hard and listening, fired and faintly ringing when a finger touches the rim. Lamps throw amber onto them all, and the shadows they cast are round and patient. Nothing here is hurried, nothing here is loud. Even the kiln at the back murmurs, its mouth closed, its heat banked to a gentle heart. The potter's apprentice dips reed fiber and wraps it in small, wet bands around a fresh handle. He presses the seams smooth with a damp thumb. Press, lift, breathe, press, lift, breathe. The handle belongs. The jar softens further, as if pleased to be complete. He looks to a tablet and reads yesterday's marks in the amber glow. Water jugs promised to the garden keeper, small cups for a scribe's court, a wide-mouthed bowl for dates, a little lamp body for the temple at dusk. The signs are simple. The signs are kind. The tablet warms in the lamp's circle as if the lamp were proud of it. Back at the first wheel, the potter speaks without lifting her eyes. Circle to center, she murmurs, as if telling the clay a bedtime story. Center to sky, sky to quiet. Her hands rise. The vessel rises. A good jar is a slow breath held in earth. The wheel agrees. The flute agrees. The river outside agrees, with a soft lap at the quay. She stops the wheel with her foot and hugs the vessel with both palms, feeling for peace. The clay says yes through her skin. She smiles without showing teeth, then loosens the base with a thin reed and lifts the jar to a board. The amber lamp brushes the wet surface, and the jar glows as if it had swallowed a small dusk. The apprentice carries it away with careful hands, steps measured by the wheel's remembered rhythm. In a corner, a child shapes a small cup. He presses the walls too thin, then mends them with a slow thumb, smoothing the worry out of the clay. The cup holds. The lamp's light rests over it, warm as a palm. The child turns the rim and whispers the words he has heard all evening. Gentle, soft, peaceful. He repeats them until they become part of the clay. They become part of him. We sit near the lamp. The scribe arrives, as quiet as a heron's step. He warms a tablet above the small flame and draws the stylus through the softened surface. Tap, glide, pause. The signs grow in neat lines that mirror the wheel's even circles, the river's unbroken drift. He writes what is needed for sleep to be easy. Jars accounted, cups allotted, a bowl set aside for a neighbor who lost one yesterday and did not ask. He adds a small sign for blessing, and the lamp leans toward it as if to agree. The kiln keeper opens the small eye at the kiln's side. Orange heat smiles, but softly, like a banked sunrise. He closes the eye again and lays his palm on the warm brick, listening. Not yet, he whispers. Soon. Patience is the fire's best friend. Too quick, and the song goes harsh. Slow, and the vessels learn to ring without shouting. The keeper waits. The night is long enough for kindness. Outside, the Euphrates speaks through the doorway. The sound is close and low. The boat bumps the steps with a polite knock and settles. From the riverside lane, a second flute joins the first, higher, silver on amber. The two lines weave like slip around a spinning rim. No tangle, no strain, only an easy braid that makes everything steadier. We move along the shelves, touching rims with the back of a finger, feeling the small chill of drying clay turn to the faint warmth where lamplight kisses. Bowls for grain, calm and wide, jugs for water, shoulders round as moons. Little lamps whose mouths wait for oil, their bodies the size of curled hands. A potter lifts one of these and strokes the spout. For the temple, she says, for dusk. Her voice is a soft promise. The lamp to be seems to glow even before it is fired. The scribe sets down his tablet and reads it in a whisper so only the vessels can hear. Water for the palms, oil for the lamps, honey for the small bowl gifted by bees, words for the clay that stayed gentle in fire. He smiles at the last line he had not planned it. It arrived by listening and presses a simple seal at the corner, a flowing mark like Enki's channel meeting the river. The amber glow settles deeper into the clay, as if memory itself were becoming warm. At the first wheel again, the potter begins a new piece. She centers, opens, lifts, smooths. The apprentice times his breath to the turn. I feel my own shoulders loosen, my own thoughts coil into circles that return where they began. Soft, quiet, steady. The potter says, every curve remembers a shore. I think of the river's banks. I think of bowls of water placed in shrines. I think of the sky's roundness, of Inanna's star sitting in its circle of blue, and I understand how vessels teach us to be held. A pause. The wheel stops. The shed listens. Even the kiln seems to lean in. The potter cups water and lets it fall in a thin ribbon. It traces the rim, darkens it, blesses it. Enough, she says kindly, to the clay, to the evening, to herself. Enough is a beautiful shape. She lifts the new bowl to a shelf near the lamp where the tablets rest. The amber light wraps both bowl and words. For a moment, they look the same. one a vessel for grain or dates or cool water, the other a vessel for small, gentle promises, both made of River's child, both kept warm by a tender flame, both waiting to serve without noise. Outside, night gathers its stars. Inanna's silver eye steadies above the lane. A moth visits the hooded lamp and finds only warmth, not burn. It returns to the kiln wall and rests. The kiln keeper checks the bricks once more, then sits, hands in lap, breathing the listening breath that keeps the fire honest. We thank the potters with a touch to the door frame, a word no louder than the wheel's hush. The scribe nods, his tablet cooling, his stylus asleep. The apprentice covers the water bowl. The child sets his little cup beside the lamp, where amber can hold it like a small sun. The flute drone thins to a ribbon, then to a thread, then to a feeling that lingers in the chest. Back at the quay, our boat sighs. The river takes us in. We push away with a whisper of reed. The sheds fall behind, their lamps breathing over shelves of round, patient things. The song of the wheel becomes the river's song again, circle within circle, breath within breath, soft within soft. Ahead, the night brightens gently where the temple steps meet the dusk. Lamps will be waiting there too, with amber light over quiet tablets, with flowers and low voices and feet that know how to walk kindly. We drift toward it, peaceful and sure, carrying in our hearts the wheel's lesson. Be centered, be open, be lifted, be smoothed, be enough. The river agrees with a low silver hush. The sky agrees with a calm, star-soft gaze. And the city, cradled by water and clay, keeps turning its slow, comforting circle toward rest. Dusk meets the river the way a soft scarf meets the neck lightly, lovingly, with a promise of calm. Our reed boat coasts to the landing below the temple hill. Water hushes the steps with small silver kisses. The stone is still warm from the day. It holds a kind heat, not fierce, not hurried. Bare feet will like it, hands will like it. The Euphrates breathes against the quay in long, even sentences. A flute drone rises from the terrace above one low note, round and tender. It gathers the edges of evening the way a mother gathers a shawl around a dozing child. We tie the boat with a gentle loop and climb slowly. The steps remember many soft ascents. Each riser is worn to a patient curve. Wind travels up from the water with a cool, sweet touch reeds, clay, a hush of flowers. The first lamps along the path have been lit. Amber circles pool on the stone. Moths visit and find only warmth. Their wings make quiet commas, then disappear into the kind dark between pillars. The temple courtyard opens like a held breath, at last allowed to relax. Columns stand as tall palms, smooth and steady. Between them, the evening star shows itself Inanna's soft eye, floating in a deep band of blue that will soon be night. On the far side, a row of lamps glows under clay hoods, and the amber light they make is the gentlest gold, the warmest quiet. That light rests on shallow bowls filled with petals. It rests on small clay tablets arranged in ordered lines. It rests on hands moving with peace. Priests and helpers cross the floor without haste. Their feet are bare. Their robes sway like reeds. They carry flowers and cups of oil as if carrying sleeping birds. They speak rarely, and when they do, their voices are low and even. The flute drone is joined by a second flute, a higher thread, silver on amber. The two notes lean toward each other, then drift apart, then rest together again, as if repeating the simplest prayer. Gentle, gentle, gentle. We step into the amber field near a scribe's table. A lamp glows there, its wick trimmed to a round, steady flame. The flame loves the clay. It leans a little toward a tablet and warms it into honey brown. Tap, glide, pause. The stylus moves with unbroken kindness. The signs are small gardens of gratitude. Oil offered, bread shared, dates given to travelers at the gate, water poured for those who remember their thirst too late. The scribe pauses often, palms close to the tablet, feeling for softness, for readiness, for the breath that says the clay is listening. He does not count burdens, he counts blessings. He writes what lets the heart release its weight, a quarrel not begun, a word softened, a door left open to evening air. The lamp's amber glow settles deeper over each line until the signs seem to float, light as petals on a bowl. A young assistant brings a second tablet from a cool jar. The scribe warms it over the flame with the patience of a river smoothing a stone. Tap, glide, pause. The flute drone holds the room like a kind hand. In the open center of the court, a shallow basin reflects the star and the first pale curve of moon. The water's face is still, then breathing, then still again, as if it were thinking in gentle words. A woman kneels and pours a small cup of scented water into the basin. The scent climbs and finds the lamps, and the lamps answer by deepening their gold. What rises is not smoke. It is a soft ribbon, a silver thread that wanders toward the star and does not disturb it. Incense arrives next, only a pinch, only enough for kindness. The air becomes a warm shawl that remembers flowers. I speak to you in a voice that knows the hush. Inanna's name is not a loud word, I say. It is a soft touch on a brow. It is the silver that rests on jars at night. It is the quiet hand that guides feet to shade. It is the steady star that keeps a place for every returning boat. In this court, we do not ask for more than the night can carry. We only offer what the day has kindly given: fruit, bread, oil, water, a few soft lines on clay, and we say thank you the way the river says thank you to the moon, by shining, by being gentle. A helper brings a tray of little lamps newly shaped today. Their bellies are round as sleeping birds. Their mouths are small and patient. He fills them with careful drops of oil. He sets them near the scribe's table so the amber can bless them deeper. Each lamp becomes an evening fruit, a quiet sun that knows how to glow without glare. He lights one, then pauses, then lights the next and the next, as if repeating a single soft word that knows how to rest. The priests pass with garlands a weave of reeds and white flowers. narrow as a hand. They anchor a garland to a pillar, and wind moves through it with a sound like a reed bed, thinking peaceful thoughts. The garlands carry the coolness of the river up into the court. Somewhere, a frog tries a velvet syllable from within a garden jar. The sound is small and right. The frog is answered by a distant heron's low line, then by the flute drone that gathers it all into one silver braid. At the back of the court, the offering table waits with modest grace. It is low, it is wide, it is made of clay that remembers water and sun. On it rests a basket of dates, a plate of flat bread folded once like a gentle letter, a bowl of figs cut into small moons. A child steps forward with a tiny jar glazed soft green filled with honey, the bees gifted near the palms. She sets it at the table's corner and looks up to the evening star. No words, only a breath that says, "Here is sweet for the sweet." Beside the table, a second scribe counts only enough. He records the shapes of gratitude, not the weight. His stylus moves as if stroking a sleeping cat, light, loving, sure. On his tablet, the signs for honey and bread and oil and water rest beside one another like friendly neighbors at a gate. The amber light rounds their edges until they look as if they were always meant to live together. A gentle bell, a small clay cup touched with a reed, calls the courtyard to stillness even softer than before. No one gathers tightly. They simply face the basin, the star, the lamps, the petals drifting in the bronze of evening. A priest lifts a shallow bowl of water. He turns, slowly, in a circle that includes us all, includes the stair, includes the quay and the river beyond. Water catches the lamplight and scatters amber coins across the stone. He speaks. His voice is a low flute, a human drone, a soft river. For the doors that closed with kind hands and will open with kind hands, he says. For the jars that gave and will be filled. For the feet that walked without anger. For the tongues that watched their edges. He pours a thin stream back into the basin. The stream makes a single silver line and vanishes like a wish that has already come true. The court breathes. The reed garlands whisper. The tablets drink another small sip of amber. Lamps round their flames to the size of figs, and then a little smaller, and then perfect. Inanna's star brightens as if the air had been cleared just for her kindness to be seen. She does not command. She simply shines the way a good story shines in the chest, long after its telling. The moon, a slender boat, joins her and sets a river down the middle of the sky. I sit by the scribe's table and watch his hands rest. He places a palm on the newest tablet and closes his eyes. The tablet is warm. It seems alive, as if the clay were still river, still bank, still sun, still the gentle hands that formed it. When he opens his eyes, he presses a small seal at the corner, a star whose points are soft as flower petals. He lays the tablet among the others, and the lamp's amber reaches to make a warm coverlet of light over their faces. At the basin, the child who brought honey dips a finger in the water and touches her own forehead. The touch leaves no mark. It leaves a feeling like cool linen at night. She smiles the way a lamp smiles without teeth, without noise, and returns to her mother with steps that remember the river's kindness. A moth grazes the surface of the water and leaves a ring that travels to the basin's edge, presses it politely, and returns inward to rest. The flute drone lowers until it is only breath. The second flute floats above once more, 2 notes like silver birds crossing a quiet sky, and then folds its wings. Silence holds the court, but not an empty silence. It is full of flowers and oils and warm clay and even breathing. It is full of lamps that know their duty and perform it without strain. It is full of water that has learned by Enki's whisper to give and to keep. It is full of Inanna's star, watching without weight. We stay for a while longer. We learn how to sit like a lamp, upright, patient, warm, and how to speak like a tablet. Few words, kind marks, enough. The priests move gently, covering wicks a little to round the flames, lowering them to night sleep brightness. One of them pours a thin path of oil from a small jar into a waiting lamp body. The oil moves like honeybees in evening, slow, certain. He seals the lamp with a quiet nod, and the amber light folds itself over the new task like a blessing. When we rise, our steps are softer than before. The stone gives back its stored heat in good measure. The courtyard sends us to the stairs with the same care with which it received us. We pass the scribe. He presses his palm to his heart and then to the lamp, sharing warmth both ways. The lamp seems pleased, or perhaps it is the flame that approves rounder, steadier, a little deeper gold. Down the steps, the river is waiting, patient as always. Our boat nudges the quay, silver head resting at a friend's knee. We step in, and the Euphrates receives us with its even breath. The temple lamps above make long ladders of amber on the water. The ladders wobble and become smooth, wobble and become smooth, as if the river were practicing a peaceful thought until it learns it by heart. Inanna's star rides high now. The moonboat glides beside her. The reed garlands whisper their green prayers to the night. On the terrace, the tablets cool under a loving glow. Somewhere, a frog tries again the velvet syllable, and somewhere, a heron answers with a soft line, and the flutes are quiet because the world can sing on its own. We drift away from the temple hill in a boat that feels more like a cradle than ever. The river's hush is a low lullaby. The lamps are small moons that do not tire. The clay remembers each gentle sign, and we, bearing the soft blessing of dusk, move onward into the kind darkness, certain that the night will keep us as the temple keeps its light steady, amber, peaceful, until morning finds the water again. Night deepens, but it does not darken the heart. The river lowers its voice. The river becomes a hush inside a hush. Our reed boat drifts where the main flow loosens into a wide, slow mirror. Stars slip upon it and do not break. A flute drone rises from a distant bank, one round note, low and even. It threads the water like a silver reed laid across a bowl. We listen. The note widens, soft as breath. The moonboat in the sky leans, and the Euphrates seems to lean with it, matching its calm. I speak to you in the tone the water teaches. This is the hour of Enki's gift, not a thunder gift, not a bright shout, a quiet plan that arrives like dew, a wisdom that comes as a dream when minds are gentle and hands are empty. We do not row, we allow. We allow the river to give us its lesson in the kind grammar of curves. Mist comes, thin as linen. It hangs low over the surface and turns starlight to milk. From within the mist, a faint glow appears, not white, not blue amber, the color of lamp oil held to clay. The light is small. The light is steady. It gathers itself above the water the way a thought gathers before the first soft word is said. In that glow, we begin to see lines, pale channels traced upon the river's wide back, lines that bend like sleeping serpents, lines that never cut, only guide. The boat floats among the lines and finds them firm as silk cords. The channels are not hard, they are not narrow. They curve with a kindness that lets banks stay whole and lets reeds keep their rooms. The flute drone lowers half a finger's width in pitch. It becomes a pulse. It becomes the sound of a gate lifting one hand's breadth, then another, then resting. In the glow, families appear on the banks, not as sharp shapes, but as warm shadows. A woman lifts a jar and sets it down with an easy shoulder. A man tests a sluice with 2 fingers and nods. A child draws with a reed on damp sand. Here a curve, here a pool, here a thin thread that returns. The child smiles without showing teeth. Enki's plan is gentle enough to be drawn by a small hand. We drift along a dream canal. Its sides are faced with woven reed and patient clay. The water, freed from the hurry of the main current, moves like a long exhale. It bends to greet a row of date palms. The palms, relieved, deepen their green. Bees sleep easier in their combs. The ground hums a low, sweet note as if tasting water with its tongue. The song carries upward, faint and brown, to where a scribe kneels on a small platform. He has set a lamp in a hood to guard it from the river's breath. Amber light warms his tablet. The glow lays on the soft clay and turns it to honey brown. Tap, glide, pause, tap, glide, pause. He writes the dream while the dream is kind and near. A channel from the bend to the east grove, a resting pool where silt can sleep, a shallow step for fish to pass without fear. He notes the hours when gates will lift by the width of a fig seed. He marks a sign for patience that looks like a slow curl of water around a stone. The lamp loves that sign. The lamp leans very gently toward it, then stands upright, pleased. We pass a gate that is more like a smile than a door. It lowers, then stops before the voice of the canal goes sharp. It lifts, then stops before the field drinks too fast. It listens, it learns. A woman strokes the wood as if greeting a calm animal. She thanks it with a word the night will keep. The gate replies by making the water sing in round syllables. The child with the reed stoops and draws the syllables as little crescents. The crescents become a necklace of curves across the damp earth. The dream turns us toward a meadow. The meadow has been dry before. Tonight it is not dry. The water reaches it by a thread that thickens where the roots wait. It spreads itself in a quiet hand. It lays down a soft palm of silver. The grasses lift their slender bodies and begin to whisper. A breeze walks through them, and the whisper grows to a hush of gratitude. I hear the word enough said over and over, said gently, said like a promise kept. A second flute joins the drone from very far away. The new voice is thin and bright, a silver hair drawn across amber. It touches only the ends of phrases. It does not pull. It glows and disappears, like moonlight on the eyes of a fox crossing between reeds. The two notes hold the dream's edges, one below, one above. Between them, the plan breathes. We come to a broad, shallow basin placed where the canal pauses. This is a resting pool. Silt falls here, seeds breathe here, fish linger here in small shadow cities beneath the smooth face. At its middle, a little island of packed mud and roots rises like a kindly knuckle. On it stands a low shrine, nothing more than a lip of brick and a lamp. The lamp's amber makes a circle that the water respects. It does not hurry through. It bows and passes, quiet as a well-kept thought. Beside the pool, the scribe rests his stylus and presses a small seal, two curves meeting without collision. The impression catches the amber. It holds it the way a bowl holds warm milk. He breathes once, and the flame breathes with him, rounding, softening. With one careful line he writes for morning. Show this plan to the canal watchers, to the grove keeper, to the potters who make the little gates, to the child who draws well. He adds a final sign for blessing that looks like a star made of river lines. The clay receives the sign as a friend receives a hand. Our boat drifts again. We pass a wall of woven reed that keeps a field from thirst without stealing. The wall is not high. It is exactly enough. Water threads through it in silver strands, each one distinct, each one willing. A man tests the strands with the back of his hand. He does not count in numbers. He counts in breaths. He lifts his fingers and lets the water bead. He smiles, and in the mist, his smile is a small, pale crescent. Night tilts the star bowl. Inanna's light strings itself along the canal edges in tiny beads. They look like the dots the scribe placed for hours and hands. Somewhere, a frog offers a velvet syllable. Somewhere, a heron leans its long body into a new position that can be held all night. The second flute rests. The drone remains, low and loving, like a parent at the foot of a cradle. We approach a village. Houses sit low and kind, their walls a calm brown. Doors are open to the river's coolness. Lamps bloom inside, one in each home, making tender suns that teach the night how to hold. A family sits by a threshold. They do not speak much. The father's hand rests on a woven gate rope. The mother sets a cup where the air can enter it. The child, the same child perhaps, draws the channel dream on a tablet of soft clay, while the parents watch with eyes that are not worried. The lamp paints the clay with amber until the lines look like warm paths the thumb can walk. I hear the mother say, "Tomorrow the water will come softly. I hear the father answer, tomorrow the field will drink without haste. The child whispers, tomorrow the fish will find their steps. Their voices are small, their voices are round. They are the same voice, 3 times, like the flute's line, the river's line, the lamp's line. We pass under a reed arch so low we bow our heads. On the other side, the canal braids with another, then unbraids, then braids again. No tangle, no force. Enki's wisdom is in how threads choose each other. A gate is placed where 2 flows meet. The keeper sits nearby, listening with his palm on the ground. He can feel the right moment in his bones. He can feel the right moment in the quiet under his ribs. He lifts the lever a width of barley, then waits for the dream to breathe. It breathes. He smiles. Shadow oxen stand in a field and doze. Their ears turn toward the water the way flowers turn toward light. Somewhere beyond the low hill, a kiln whispers. Potters sleep, but their vessels remember the river's circles. A jug dreams of being filled without rush. A bowl dreams of holding dates that were not bruised. A small lamp dreams of warming a tablet while gentle signs are born. The canal bends us toward the river again. The lines drawn on the water fade like ink in dawn. The amber glow thins, then deepens around one last thing. The scribe's tablet lifted in both hands. He sets it on a flat stone, covering it from dew with a curved shard. The lamp leans, loving it a moment more, then draws back. The tablet keeps its warmth as if a soft animal had lain upon it. Tap, glide, pause. I hear the rhythm still, though no stylus moves. The marks are safe. The night is safe. I lean close so that only you can hear. Enki's gift is not a map carved in rock. It is a way of listening. It is a way of letting water be wise. It is a way of trusting soft controls and slow turns and patient pools. The gift is enough. Enough, enough. Enough for the palms, enough for the bees, enough for the jars, enough for sleep. The flute drone lowers until it becomes the river's breath again. Mist thins, stars sharpen. The moonboat glides on, satisfied. In the houses, families lie down by lamps turned small. In courtyards, tablets rest under amber lids of light. In fields, the first dampness spreads like a cool hand across a warm brow. The canal watchers close their eyes. Their gates remember what to do until morning. Our reed boat turns of its own wish into the slow middle where the Euphrates carries all dreams toward dawn. We do not speak. We let the plan remain soft, unbroken, ready to be spoken by water in the daylight. Behind us, the channels we saw in kindness will find their real beds under kind hands. Ahead of us, the river opens its silver page. The night writes one last line upon it, gentle, soft, peaceful, and we read it together in silence, while amber lamps in quiet rooms keep watch over clay that remembers. Night is clear and kind. The river is a long silver breath. Our reed boat glides as softly as thought. Ahead, the ziggurat rises from the city like a quiet hill made by careful hands. Its steps are broad and low. Its edges are rounded by wind and time. Lamps glow on landings, small suns with amber hearts. Their light warms mud brick the way a palm warms a sleeping brow. The Euphrates answers with faint, even laps along the quay. A flute drone begins, low and patient, a single line that points toward the sky without pushing. We moor the boat with a loose knot. The rope sighs. The steps welcome our bare feet with a stored gentleness of day. Warm, not hot, smooth, not slick. The river wind travels up the stair in soft threads. It carries reed, clay, date honey, and lamp oil. We climb slowly. We place each foot as if setting a calm word upon a page. The drone follows us, held by the night like a silver reed under a thumb. At the first landing, a small court opens. A scribe sits beside a hooded lamp. The flame is round and steady. Amber spills over his tablet and makes the fresh signs glow like fine seeds ready to sleep. Tap, glide, pause. He writes a quiet reckoning of the day. Gates tended, water weighed by breath, figs divided with care. His face is soft with peace. He nods as we pass, and the lamp nods with him, a tiny bow of gold. We climb. The city spreads below in gentle squares and lanes. Roofs hold sleeping jars. Courtyards hold dim lamps turned to fig-sized flames. The river draws a polished line and wears the moon like a bracelet. A heron crosses, pale and slow. The flute drone deepens, then steadies. A calm beam the feet can follow without looking. At the second landing, a thin garden fills the air with leaf-cool sweetness. Reeds and clay troughs whisper. Small flowers glow like fallen stars caught in green. A bowl of water sits beside another lamp. The amber light cups the bowl. The bowl cups the light. A moth floats between them and makes a gentle figure 8 in the warm air. The wind answers with a soft syllable and moves on. We climb again. The steps ask for patience and repay it with ease. The ziggurat does not hurry the heart. It teaches breath by its long, even rise. In, step, out, step, quiet, step, gentle, step. At each turn, we pause to rest our eyes on the river. The Euphrates is the night's long sentence, silver and soft, carrying kind thoughts from one ear of the world to the other. A family passes us, descending, speaking in low smiles. The smallest child holds a clay disc with a pressed star. She shows it, then hides it, then shows it again, shy and proud. The amber by the stair kisses the little seal and turns it to honey. The child yawns. The mother hums 2 notes, flute short and sweet. The notes travel down the steps like smooth pebbles and settle in the river's hush. We reach the third landing, where a shallow niche keeps a bowl of petals floating in a circle of water. Beside it, a tablet rests under a sheltering shard. The signs are simple. Lamps trimmed, garlands watered, night watch reminded to walk with soft feet. The lamp nearby breathes a low, steady breath. Its amber glows like warm tea in a small cup. We stand in that glow and feel its kindness enter our shoulders, our hands, our chest. The final stair rises to the terrace, an open room made of air and stars. The city falls away, and the sky steps near. The terrace floor is cool. It holds the day's memory like a gentle echo. At the edges, low walls calm the wind into a friendly murmur. Reeds in jars make silver shadows. A single lamp, guarded by a clay hood, keeps a golden circle at the terrace's heart. A tablet lies within that circle. The tablet's face is smooth, as if waiting to receive the night. We sit close to the lamp. The flame is a small sun that will not burn. It warms the clay to honey brown. The flute drone reaches the terrace and flattens into a wide, soft tone, like moonlight made into sound. Overhead, the stars gather. Inanna's star is clear and kind. The moonboat glides without wake. The Milky Way lifts in a pale silver swath, a river of the sky, a quiet answer to the river below. I speak to you softly, so the night can carry each word like a petal. Look, I say, the ziggurat is not a ladder to force the heavens. It is a gentle place to meet them. It is a steady breath with steps. It brings the river's hush onto a high floor. It brings the lamp's amber into the cool wind. It brings our small signs into a wide sea of stars, and the stars do not mind. They welcome softness. They welcome peace. A keeper of the terrace arrives with reed sandals that whisper on stone. He touches the low wall with a calm palm, as if greeting a friend. He lifts the lamp's hood and lowers it not to dim, not to brighten, only to shape the glow for the tablet's comfort. Then he takes up the stylus. Tap, glide, pause. He writes what the terrace hears. A wind without edge, a city that rests, a river that breathes, a star that keeps kind watch. He adds a small sign for blessing, shaped like two quiet hands cupped around a flame. He turns the tablet a little, letting the amber wrap the new marks. The clay drinks the light and becomes softly alive. We breathe with the lamp. In the warmth, out the worry, in the glow, out the weight. The keeper does not hurry. He rests the stylus. He walks to the wall and looks outward. From here, Uruk is a sleeping garden. The date groves are dark fans, their edges silvered by moon. The potter's sheds wear low crowns of orange from banked kilns that purr like well-fed cats. The temple terrace is a quiet island of gold. The marsh beyond reflects a broken necklace of stars. Canals curve in thin, gentle threads. All is ordered without strain. All is measured without fear. The city feels held, as if two great soft hands cradle it from both sides, water below, sky above. The keeper returns and writes again. Tap, glide, pause. He records small gifts for morning, an extra ladle for a young palm, a jar to mend, a garland to refresh, a lamp to send to a quiet court where a child learns signs. He presses a seal shaped like a flowing line that meets a star and does not disturb it. The amber smiles. The clay smiles. The terrace wind carries a cool, mint-sweet breath across our cheeks. We lie back and watch the constellations drift with the slow turn of the night. They move the way reeds move, bow and rise, though they do not bow and do not rise. It is only our eyes that move, only the earth that turns, only the heart that learns to feel the turning without fear. A second flute, very faint, draws a silver thread through the drone. 2 notes, then rest. 2 notes, then rest. The pattern calms the chest. The pattern smooths the mind. I think of the steps below us, each step a breath, each breath a kindness given to legs and lungs. I think of the tablets below us, each sign a soft promise kept for sleep. I think of the river below us, each lap a lullaby touched to stone. The ziggurat holds them together. Breath, promise, lullaby. We belong inside this gentle braid. A moth lands on the lamp's hood and rests in the warm shadow. The keeper tilts the hood a finger's width so the moth keeps its comfort. He writes one more line light shared with small wings and a final sign enough. He sets the stylus down. He places both palms on the tablet. He closes his eyes. For a moment, the terrace is only breath and star sheen and amber glow over clay. Peace grows fuller, yet lighter. Quiet becomes more quiet, yet rich. When he opens his eyes, he turns the lamp down a touch. The flame rounds. The circle becomes deeper gold. The tablet is warm and safe. He covers it with a curved shard to guard it from the high, thin dew that comes at dawn. The shard fits like a calm shell over a sleeping thing. He nods to us, and we nod back, and no more words are needed. We rise and walk to the terrace edge. The wind lifts our hair like gentle reeds. The moonboat leans a little farther west. Inanna's star stays bright. The Milky Way river drifts toward a horizon that is not yet thought of. Below, the Euphrates carries our boat's small shadow and keeps it whole. The city does not stir. It breathes. The breath is even. The breath is kind. Remember, I whisper, and the wind repeats the words softly along the wall. Remember how steps can be breaths. Remember how lamps can warm clay and not burn it. Remember how tablets can carry promises like seeds. Remember how stars can be near when the heart is gentle. Remember how high places can be soft. We begin the descent. The lamps on the landings wait with patient gold. The gardens hold their leaf-cool hush. The scribes keep their even hands. The flute drone follows. 2 notes now and then, but mostly breath. We take each step in time with the river. We take each turn in time with the wind. We take each pause in time with the lamp's round pulse. By the time we reach the quay, we are lower only in height. In heart, we are higher, softer, quieter. Our boat greets us with a small, polite knock. The river receives us, and the ziggurat watches like a gentle hill that remembers our feet. The terrace lamp is a modest star among stars, guarding its tablet through the kind hours before day. We push from the step. The Euphrates gathers us. The city of Uruk lies like a sleeping child upon the earth's quiet arm. We drift, calm and sure, toward the last reach of night, carrying the terrace's peace with us, carrying stars and amber, and the soft weight of warm clay, and the flute's low line folds into the river's hush until both are one, and the only sound left is breath, gentle and silver, easy and safe, under a sea of stars. The last hour before dawn is soft and silver. The river breathes. Our reed boat answers with a quiet sigh. We float beside the sleeping quays, where steps remember warm feet and gentle hands. Lamps in doorways have grown small and round. Their flames are fig-sized, calm as held fruit. Amber circles lie over clay tablets in quiet courts, turning signs to honey brown. Tap, glide, pause. The memory of that rhythm lingers in the rooms, though the stylus rests. The night keeps the words. The night keeps the kindness. A flute drone rises from far within the city. One low note, even true. It does not travel quickly. It does not try to wake. It moves like a river inside the air, a soft current beneath roofs and lanes. It finds our boat and lays itself upon the water like a silver reed. The Euphrates answers with small laps, light kisses against clay. The sound is the sound of good sleep. Inanna's star hangs tender above the walls. It is steady. It is kind. Near it, the moon boat thins to a pale curve, a smile left on the sky. Between star and moon, faint dustings of light drift like seeds. The city wears them like a shawl of tiny flowers. We pass under the shadow of date palms, their fronds lined with slow dew. A bee stirs once inside its hive, hums a velvet syllable, and settles. The hive sleeps like a warm, breathing jar. We drift to a bend where the key yields to reeds. The reeds bow and rise, repeating a soft word with leaf tongues. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Herons become pale thoughts on one leg. Dragonflies are still, wings shut like folded pages. Mist lies low. It holds the moonlight in a thin basin and offers it to us without weight. Across the river, a small court keeps a lamp near a stack of tablets. The lamp's hood glows like a quiet shell. Amber breathes over faces of clay. There is no hurry, only warmth. The tablets rest, the way loaves rest when their work is done. Each line says something simple: share, return, bless, sleep. The light loves these lines. It lays on them like a soft hand until they look like paths through evening grain. I speak to you the way the water speaks to the bank, low, even, patient. We have told the old stories in a slow voice. We have walked where reeds keep their green rooms. We have watched the terrace of stars and felt the lamp teach the clay to be kind. We have let Enki's whispered turn flow into peace. We have let Inanna's eye make night safe. Now the river will end our telling with what it knows best: a blessing, a quiet, a wish that rests and keeps. We pass a small shrine raised above the water on slender poles. A bowl of petals floats beside a tiny lamp. The flame is almost not a flame. It is a round ember, a small sun that hums. The petals turn in a slow ring, white to cream, cream to gold, gold to white again. Each turn is a breath. Each breath is a soft word. The bowl keeps the river's hush inside its circle and gives it back sweeter. The flute drone tilts a little lower, then finds the exact middle again. The note becomes a cradle. The note holds our boat the way a mother holds a sleeping child, steady, steady, steady. From a lane beyond the quay, a second flute answers once, a silver thread across the amber hum, then falls quiet. The city is listening. So are we. Our boat noses into a pocket of stillness where the current pauses to think. Reflections gather there like calm birds. The walls of Uruk appear upside down, softened by water. Lamps become moons. Doors become quiet mouths. A woman opens a window and sets a tablet on the sill. She lowers a lamp beside it and warms the clay. The amber reaches, the tablet glows, and the woman closes her eyes. Her breath moves the flame with a tiny bow. The bow is a thank you that needs no word. We drift on. A potter's shed sleeps with its mouth of fire closed and kind. The wheel remembers circles. The circles remember breath. On a shelf near the door, a small lamp body waits for morning oil. The lamp will glow over someone's soft lines tonight or tomorrow night. It does not matter which. Time is gentle here. Time is a slow jar, filling, resting, pouring, resting again. A canal mouth opens, and water from Enki's careful plan returns to the river with a smile. No rush, no noise. Two voices meet and become one without loss. At the gate, the keeper leans on a post, half asleep, palm on wood. He knows the flow by touch, by bone, by the quiet inside his ribs. He does not count numbers, he counts breaths. He dreams that the reed plumes bow in gratitude, and perhaps they do. The sky lightens by the smallest feather, a thin gray in the east, not dawn, not yet. The hour that holds its breath before the first bird speaks. We pass a date garden, the bees inside their woven home sigh as a group, little velvet clouds. Palms whisper, sleeves of green brushing the night. A jar near the gate wears a ring of moonlight on its lip. The ring is a small crown for water that will be poured with kind hands. Near the temple landing, lamps turn to softer, rounder gold as their oil thins. The terrace tablet sleeps under its curved shard, warm like a small animal in straw. A priest walks the steps without sound. He touches the basin with 2 fingers, then his brow. He lowers a wick, a hair's width. The flame answers, smaller, truer. Amber deepens. Clay drinks the last of the glow. A moth rests on the hood, wings folded into peace. We drift out again to the river's center, where the current becomes a long, gentle road. The Euphrates is a lullaby that learned to be a river. It carries boats and stories and the scent of lamp oil, clay, mint, and dates. It carries us. It carries sleep. The flute drone rests again upon its one kind note. The note seems to say, now rest, now dream. I lift my hand and let my fingers trail the surface. The water answers with a soft silver line. It opens, accepts, closes. Nothing is taken, nothing is lost. A blessing feels like this. A blessing is not heavy. A blessing is not loud. It is a cloak of quiet placed upon the shoulders with two gentle hands. It warms, it loosens, it asks for nothing back. We move past the scribe's court where we sat before. The lamp is still glowing, small and perfect. The child's repaired cup sits beside the tablets, its seam a silver river, its crack a way for light to travel. The scribe sleeps on a mat, palm on his chest, mouth soft. His stylus rests near his fingers like a little bird. The amber light loves him. It loves his even marks. It loves his careful breath. It loves the way he taught clay to carry kindness without strain. A frog tries a velvet syllable and stops, content. A heron lifts one foot and sets it down again, dream walking. Somewhere a shaduf creaks once in sleep and is still. The canal watchers doze. The potters doze. The keepers doze. The city is a cradle that fits the earth. The earth is a shoulder that fits the city. The river is the song that fits them both. I lean close, so my words can be placed where you keep your quiet. Let the night keep you the way the lamp keeps the tablet warm, safe, loved. Let your thoughts settle like silt in a resting pool. Let your breath be the canal, slow and even, led by a gentle hand. Let your dreams be petals in a bowl, turning softly, silver to gold to silver again. If you hear a flute, let it be a single low note that holds you. If you feel light, let it be amber over clay, blessing every small mark of your day and making it kind. We pass the last curve before the marshes open to dawn. Mist rises in a low, tender sheet. The star thins, but does not vanish. The moonboat becomes a memory that shines. Reeds bow as our boat slips through, and their bows become the last words of evening. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. The river breathes in, the river breathes out. We breathe with it. The boat is a cradle. The night is a lullaby. The flute drone grows faint, then fainter, then becomes the sound of water itself. Lamps close their eyes one by one. Amber gathers inside the clay and stays there as a soft heart. Tablets keep their gentle lines without strain. Jars rest, doors rest, hands rest. The city rests. Now I give the blessing the river taught me. I give it in short, calm words, so it can lie easily upon your chest. May your sleep be gentle. May your breath be soft. May your dreams be peaceful and silver. May your heart be warm as amber over clay. May Inanna's star watch you kindly. May Enki's whisper guide your breathing like a quiet canal. May the night hold you the way the river holds the moon, steady, safe, and sure. Rest now. Drift now. Be carried by the hush. Let the world be soft. Let the world be kind. And may you wake, when light is ready, with a quiet soul, a clear eye, and a blessing still warm upon your day.